What's going on? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're gonna be doing vocals. I'm gonna show you guys how to mix vocals, how to process them, how to make them sound good. So if you recorded vocals, recording vocals is basically easy. I have videos on how you can record vocals. That's really simple, but how to make them sound good is where the big question is. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So what I have here is a track. I'm not going to play all of it because the track is not really out yet, but I have the beat and the vocal stems. So we're just going to focus on the vocals only and not the beat because, you know, it's just a vocal video that we're doing here. So this is how it's sounding, the selection that I just made here. So you can notice that my vocal is really low because I recorded it very, very low because that's how I wanted my vocal to be, because I wasn't really in a treated room. I wanted to record it nice and low so that I can work with it, because if you're recording and you have a lot of ambient noises and a lot of stuff happening, if you want to minimize the noise that'll get into your mic, you need to lower your input gain as low as possible so that the noise from the mic, the noise from the audio interface, the noise from the environment you're in can be like at a minimal, and then only what will be picked up is just the voice only. So that's what I try to do here. So the volume is really low. So that's what we're gonna try and do first, is to get the volume up. So first, let's identify where the wave is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to double click it and send it to a mixer track. There it is on a mixer track. So I can just rename this and I can just say vocal like that so that we know what it is. It's very soft. Against the beat, it is really soft. So we need to get some gain going there. So what I'll do is just add an EQ. I'll just put a parametric EQ too so we can get some gain going. So I'll just boost it like that. So you can notice that his performance wasn't like really big, like it wasn't a big performance at this section. He wasn't like shouting or screaming. It was very soft, and the vocal is very dynamic. So you can start to see now it's coming up. It's not yet as loud as we want it to be, but we'll get there. So stay with me. Make sure to watch this video all the way to the end and follow these steps. So now we have a little bit of volume. And now that we're here, what I want to do is I want to do some slight EQ here. I just want to raise a little bit of the highs and lower a little bit of the lows like that, because we're not going to need all that low end and all those highs there. So what we want to do with this vocal is that we want it to sit comfortably, nicely in the beat. So when you're mixing vocals, you want your vocals to sit in the beat like an instrument. So treat vocals like as if it's another instrument you're adding to the beat. You want it to sit nicely and comfortably, but still be present. So next, what we want to do here is we want to add another EQ, another instance of this EQ here. So I'm using this stock plugin so that you can follow along if you don't have the other plugins that I want to use. But if you guys want to see another video where I use like isotope plugins and paid plugins, let me know down below. I can also do a video about that, but that's going to be a little bit more in depth. But I want to do something where all of you can be able to relate and follow along nicely. So I'm gonna drop that that frequency down right there. That is like really punchy and powerful. You see that frequency right there. And I'm gonna raise the mids because it's a voice. I want it to be more present. Awesome. Now it's sounding really good. I like how it's sounding right now. It's sounding really nice and sweet. And a plugin that I like to add in this instance to kind of give it a bit of some really nice texture is a compressor. And what I can use here is like a normal fruity compressor. So what I'll do here, my settings are going to be like 4.1 by 1. And I'm going to drop my threshold. You can see the volume is dropping as I drop the threshold. So I just want to find a place where I can drop it down. So the threshold can just touch the vocal a little bit. And then I want to drop my attack to 100 milliseconds and raise my release. I want this compressor to be really harsh with a fast attack and a really slow release. So I lost some gain here, but I'm just going to build it back up with the gain knob here. So I can just add maybe like 10 dB of gain. One more chance. Can't ignore what I'm feeling. What we had was more than special, my love. Yeah, like I'll just leave the threshold right there by -30, and these are my settings, and I'll just change it to soft, the type of the EQ that we have here, to like a soft type, just like that. I think that sounds good. All right, before we get to the next part of mixing this track, a quick shout out to our sponsor, DistroKid. They are a sponsor of this video, and y'all know I love DistroKid. So there's a few promotional features that I want to share with you that are in the goodies section. So you want to come here to goodies, and then you want to come here to promote yourself. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about here is promo cards. So you can click right there on promo cards, and then you can choose a release. So I can choose 2020 Vision and generate promo cards like that, and it's gonna generate some promotional cards that I can upload on my social media. You can see here the promotional cards are in different like designs that you can put on your social media. It can be a Facebook, it can be an Instagram story. And if you go back to goodies and to promote yourself, you can also create a mini video that you can use to promote yourself. Like if you want like a mini promotional video, you can also do that as well. So they have also a lot of designs here. If you want some fire, you can just click that, and then you can just pick a song. Like I could just pick a song like that, and then I can just say generate mini video, and then boom, it will generate a mini video. So make sure to use these promotional extras and goodies that you get with DistroKid, and make sure to use my link to get a 7% discount off your first year of using DistroKid. But anyways, let's get back into the video. And then next, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna come here to my effects, and I'm gonna go into like I can pick up a Maximus, and I want to de-ess, and I can just come here and I can go and click the de-ess, the de-esser narrow band preset, so I can de-ess the S's in the voice. One more chance, can't ignore what I'm feeling. What we had was more than special, my love. And I'm just gonna drop that a little bit. So what I'm noticing is there's more S's right here at the end. What I'm feeling. What we had was more than special. Right there. There's an S right there. So I'm just gonna loop right there where we have an S. so we can focus there.
It was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love.
So I want this to be really subtle and not be too much of an aggressive de-ess, because the S's are not as powerful, but it's just to take out a little bit of the S, just to control it in case somewhere down the line there might be a problem. So now that we have some de-esser going on there, everything sounds good. Then now we can come back and throw in another EQ to kind of tone it again.
It was more than special, my love. It was.
So I like to analyze, and I love that FL Studio now has a frequency spectrum in the EQ, so you can analyze the frequencies and kind of confirm what you can hear. If you don't hear anything, you can also, double check by seeing. That's a good thing. So you can just check to see if, the frequencies are where you want them to be. If you want the vocal to be much brighter, you must just see if the bright frequencies are up or if they're down, so that you kind of confirm and assure yourself that, you're making the right move.
It was more than special, my love.
So I still want to drop down some of the low mids here again, a little bit, just like that, just a tad. And a little bit more frequencies right here in the mids here. That way I can let the highs shine.
It was more than special, my love.
Okay, that's good. So I'm going to go back to the de-esser here, and I'm just going to move this band up like that, because I saw that the S's are more around here from 5K to 10K. That's where the S's are more present. Now, everyone's S's are different. The S's in my voice are different. The S's in my wife's voice are different. The S's in his voice are different. So every vocalist's S's reside in a certain frequency range that's different. So you have to find where that is first, so you can isolate that frequency, so you know to attenuate it and kind of, control that S's. So this is sounding good already. And then lastly, what I can do over here now is I can add another compressor. And this one is just to kind of make it come together, like really glue it together.
It was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love. It was more than special.
So I'm going to give it a little bit of a slow attack and a fast release. So I'm going to drop down the release so it's not too quick, and a slow attack.
It was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love.
Okay, I think that sounds quite okay. And, just to kind of level it out and catch some peaks that might be really popping out at us in the track. So just to catch those peaks a little bit. And next, what we're going to do here at this section here is we're going to maybe throw on some reverb. So I am going to throw on a reverb, like the simple reverb you find here in FL Studio.
It was more than special, my love. It was more than.
And I think 30% is okay. I'm just going to raise the decay a little bit, and I'm going to do a high cut and a low cut, just so the low frequencies and the high frequencies are not so much. And I'm going to increase the size, make it big.
It was more than special, my love.
Maybe 45%. 45% is okay. And I'm just going to drop this reverb down. And what I want to do is I want to add a delay 3. And I want to drop down the width to, I don't know, like a 20 first.
It was more than.
Okay, let's drop it down to like a 10. And then I'm just going to come here to offset and turn it to the right. And I'm also going to cut it off and low pass it.
It was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love. It was more than.
Drop down the level a little bit. I think that's sounding really good. So this is where we're coming from.
It was more than special, my love.
And then this is where we're at now.
Was more than special, my love. It was more than special, my love.
Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. If you like this video, make sure to drop it a like, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. I am X, and I'm out. Peace.